What's up, guys? This is Victor Morbius here. Face paint or no face paint, you're still watching WGS-TV.
Greetings, everyone. You have warped your way in from the tubes of you into another installment of WGS-TV right here on youtube.com/WrestleGamer. I'm the WrestleGamer Double. Just finished a set of recordings for 5 Nights of Anime, and spoiler alert, fails throughout. But that's not what I'm here to talk about on this video. What I'm going to talk about is Monday Night Raw from last night, and in particular for the week of July 6, 2015. Why did I really put on a southern accent for July? But anyway, we'll open up with Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar, apparently to hype up Battlegrounds, and a lot of people think it was kind of a face turn for Brock Lesnar, and you know, especially for the crowd reaction that he got. There's something I gotta say, because whenever I do my coverage of the shows, not only do I do it on Facebook, but I also have a Tumblr blog post. And the comment that I made was not disrespectful towards Brock Lesnar at all. Surprisingly, or not surprising. But what I said was I'm not sold on Brock Lesnar. And apparently there was a guy on there that got butthurt from my comment and decided to resort to kind of childish name calling and saying that I need to shut the hell up. Everybody loves Brock Lesnar and nobody cares what you have to say. Well, two things. One, freedom of speech. Two, it's my blog. Don't like it? But it was just an honest observation. I'm not sold on Lesnar. I don't know why everybody else is. The first match was Ryback and Big Show again, with Miz on microphone again, and the match, Miz would attack both men again. Miz would then get pwned again. How many times did I say again in that opening segment? Brie, Bella, and Paige. Again, why is WWE waiting? Why are they not pulling the trigger on calling someone up from NXT to back up Paige? That's just a thought I don't understand. You know, they have a prime opportunity with this storyline with Paige to call someone up from NXT, and they're not. Brie Bella would hit the Bella Buster on Paige to pick up the win. Roman Reigns and Sheamus, what it would boil down to is what I thought was going to happen. And again, it was a unique interference by Bray Wyatt. This time, a Bray Wyatt clone. Gee, how WCW 1997 sting of you, Bray Wyatt, at WWE, to use a Bray Wyatt clone with the lights out, you know, doing typical Bray Wyatt entrance, and then it would show Bray Wyatt on the screen saying, anybody but you. Rusev and Summer Rae would then call out Dolph Ziggler and Lana, and just when you think we're about to get a cat fight, Rusev kind of lets everyone in on the fact that he's completely healed, especially when he does the jump kick with the foot that has the air cast on it, right in Dolph Ziggler's face, and then he injures him with the crutch to his throat. He has to be taken out on an ambulance. When Bo Dallas came out there, you just gotta believe that Bo was getting pwned, and that's exactly what happened with Dean Ambrose. It was just a complete pwning. Ambrose would hit the dirty deeds on Bo Dallas. As you guys can tell from the flow I'm going with, there's really not a lot to talk about on this week's Monday Night Raw. R-Truth and King Barrett. Kind of get what I'm saying? Barrett would hit the bullhammer elbow on R-Truth, and I just got to throw that out there. Is this now the end of King? What's up? Of the paper crown, the bed sheet, and the plunger? Because really that wasn't going anywhere. It really wasn't. Seth Rollins would then call out Brock Lesnar with JJ Security, and you know what? I said it last week. from the amount of times we were seeing the Cadillac, that beautiful Cadillac, that beautiful looking red Cadillac, that unfortunately it was going to get destroyed, and that's exactly what happened. Brock Lesnar came out there. Seth Rollins and J&J Security had weapons. Oh, by the way, for those of you who saw the pics of Kane on Monday Night Raw, didn't that look just utterly ridiculous? You know, and it just really looked odd. But anyway, apparently Paul Heyman would bring out like a basket of sorts, and they would have like 2 axes in there, and Brock Lesnar would proceed to destroy this beautiful red Cadillac. I go on Facebook. Sidebar. I go on Facebook this morning, and I see a post from pwpop.com about a fan getting injured because of what Brock Lesnar did. What Lesnar threw the car door. And from what reports are saying, that the fan got hit or something from it came off, and it hit the guy, hit the person right in the head. As far as I know, I think pwpop.com is probably the only site right now that has that. I haven't really checked anything to substantiate what the reports are saying. The aftermath would be Lesnar with the Kimura lock on first on Jamie Noble storyline, breaking his arm, and then he would belly to belly suplex, which was a nice spot. I'll give Lesnar his credit. I'll give him credit. That was a good spot with him and Joey Mercury with that suplex onto the car. I'll give credit where credit is due, guys. Whether I like the guy or I don't. I'll give him the proper credit. Because I'm not a full-on mark like people would think on here. You know, I tend to look at things objectively, whether I'm sold on the guy or not. I'll give credit where credit is due. Lucha Dragons and the New Day with primetime players on commentary. I gotta say this because one of my favorite YouTubers to watch on Monday night is Joe Cronin, and they made a lot of references to the improvement of Byron Saxton on commentary. That he's really kind of found like a formula with Michael Cole when it comes to doing commentary. And 2-man commentary teams work a lot better, in my opinion, than 3-man commentary teams from personal experience. One-person commentary, it is kind of hard. 2 is ideal. 3 saying a bit much. JBL really hasn't done anything, in my opinion, to basically contribute to commentary instead of his usual stuff. Now, that may have worked maybe about 10 years ago or something like that, but it's not working today. And Byron is really starting to work well. He's starting to come into his own on commentary with Michael Cole, and I'll give him credit for that. Because the primetime players, they were, especially Titus O'Neil, they were all over, especially like how he was like making reference. Oh, Sin Cara going for the hot tag. You're going for the hot tag. There's the hot tag. I didn't realize you could do wrestling terminology like that on commentary, especially in WWE, especially when it comes to the hot tag. And they were just all over the place, and JBL really didn't say anything on commentary. The main event on Monday Night Raw would be the United States Championship Open Challenge. I gotta say this before I get to that. Raw was in Chicago, and there really were no references to CM Punk. In fact, there were no CM Punk chants in Chicago. Maybe the CM Punk fad is starting to die. Maybe. You never know. It looked like with the United States Championship Open Challenge, it was going to be John Cena and Kevin Owens. But, you know, we got to know WWE better than that. They're not going to put the match up like that. But then again, they did that with Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins before Roman Reigns got injured before SummerSlam. So it's kind of ridiculous to say that when they've they've already been guilty of doing something like that. But it would be John Cena and Cesaro, and this was a marvelous match. I even saw on social media this morning some of the renowned Cena haters on Facebook, especially in a lot of the pro wrestling fan groups on Facebook, were actually giving John Cena credit for putting on a great match. So, hats off to them. It was an amazing match. It was a great way to cap off Monday Night Raw, and by far best match of the night. It's going to go to that one, Cena and Cesaro. Worst match, just for the utter nonsense of it, R-Truth and King Barrett. So hey, Divas, this week you get a pass. Overall score on Monday Night Raw this week. Oh, by the way, I think we should all have a moment of silence for J&J's Securities Cadillac, because it had to pay for crimes it did not commit. And it was a beautiful car. It would be a car I would like to have, because it's a beautiful looking car. And it just had to suffer unjustly. And I guess the only thing I could say probably about that would be guilt by association. But a very quick moment of silence for J&J Securities Cadillac. Thank you. Overall score on Monday Night Raw this week is going to be a 3.25 out of 5. Like you guys heard already, the United States Championship match between John Cena and Cesaro. Oh, very quickly, the post-match activity. Kevin Owens would attempt to attack John Cena, try to hit the pop-up powerbomb. Cena would actually land on his feet from it, and then hit the AA on Kevin Owens, and Kevin Owens was sent reeling, and that's how they ended Monday Night Raw. Just figured I'd bring that up officially, because I know a lot of people out there are going to say, "Oh, you missed this, you didn't talk about that." Well, now I did. But you guys heard, like I said, 3.25 out of 5. John Cena versus Cesaro, best match of the night. Worst match of the night, like I said, for the sheer utter nonsense of R-Truth and King Barrett, hopefully putting it into the crap that is King What's Up. So, what I want to know from you guys out there, the viewers and subscribers, your thoughts on Monday Night Raw this week. What are your overall scores? What are your picks for best and worst match or segment of Monday Night Raw this week? I definitely want to know what you guys out there have to say. Be sure you put your comments in the comments section below. Don't forget to hit that like button. And don't forget to follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And don't forget to check out Double B Plays every Sunday through Friday, 9 a.m. Central Time. And don't forget Mid-South Extreme every Saturday at 9 a.m. Central Time. And also, I got a couple of videos in the annotations at the end of this video for you guys to check out. So be sure you can check, wait for the end of the video, click them in the annotations, and go check them out. So, with that being said, I am the Wrestle Gamer, saying, we'll see you at the next Warp Zone. There. And there's Chica right there. So let's open the door real quick and close it right back up.
Calm down, Becca.
Calm down? I am calm. You calm down.
I didn't open the door.